Welcome back, Toy Fam. We're here with another video and some more reveals at SDCC 2019, and today we are looking at Mattel's offerings. Well, what they partially have. So we're gonna. There's quite a few here, but not really much in the way of talk about ability. So we're gonna just blitz through this quick. So yeah, we're gonna start off with what I've got in front of me, which is this Robin. And yeah, so Tom, take us away.
Right, so if we're looking at the Red Robin.
The Red Robin, which is Tim Drake, yeah.
Yep, I think they had a prototype of this at Toy Fair.
Okay.
If I remember rightly, just a grey, no paint on it. And it's quite a nice looking figure, in fairness. Captures the look. But
pretty much got the look, I don't know, yeah.
What I will say is, and this is going to be the same with everything that we're looking at with Mattel, NY's New York Toy Fair showed off the Teen Titans wave.
Yeah.
I've got to buy that. That looks fantastic. Sunfire with the translucent hair.
Yeah.
Fantastic wave, and I love the Teen Titans.
Yeah, for sure.
They released, and they look like Chinese bootlegs of the ones that they showed at Toy Fair.
Yeah.
So.
See that?
I don't hold that much hope for, because obviously these are all the hand painted prototypes. I don't hold out that much hope, but this is the last wave they're ever going to do, I would think, for the multiverse.
Yeah.
Unless they manage to cram one more in.
Yeah.
This is it. This is their goodbye swan song for the multiverse. So hopefully they go out with a bang, and it's a good wave. So hopefully.
Yeah. A good collect and connect figure.
Yeah, they need the quality up.
Yeah, the quality's just not there.
But this is obviously the very Batman heavy wave. And we got Red Hood. People have been asking for a Red Hood for ages. They've given us a Red Hood. I don't really like the actual helmet head because it looks like he's got sad eyes.
Yeah.
It looks like he doesn't want to be there.
No.
But it's quite a cool looking figure. The unmasked head's quite good.
Yeah, that's the saving grace on it.
He's got a few hand options there, a couple of guns, as he should.
Single jointed elbows, though.
Single jointed elbows, which is a Mattel thing, but he's got double knees, he'll have ankle rockers, so they've at least upped that part of their game.
Yeah.
I think it's quite a nice looking figure. I like that. If it comes out looking like that, I'll be tempted to pick it up because we're not going to get a better Red Hood in that scale, I don't think, for quite a while.
No,
I know the Essentials are releasing one, but they're like a 7-inch line. It won't fit. All my DC stuff is either Mezco, Icons. I've got some figure art. I've got like the figure arts Deadshot. I've got the figure arts Batfleck. Because I don't think that works as a Batfleck. But I think it works quite well as a comic book Batman in with my icons. Yeah. I've got the figure arts Deadshot. I think that's a great looking figure. And again, that scales really well with it. So this should slip right in there.
Is that a Joker behind him?
That is. I haven't got any photos up of that, but they're basically doing like a Toy Biz tribute line, kind of like NECA do with the Kenner stuff.
Okay.
If you remember, like the '89 Batman film came out, and Toy Biz done a little line for him.
Yeah.
And they weren't particularly good figures, but they've kind of done a little bit of a throwback to that. All I've seen so far of it is you've got the Joker there, which kind of mixes up a bit of almost like Superpowers Joker, along with the Joker that they released to coincide with the '89 film. Because obviously when the '89 film dropped, they weren't expecting it to be as big as it was. You know, it kind of caught them off guard.
Yeah.
Toy-wise. Toy Biz certainly like just knocked out almost like, you know, like nothing that really went with it. But if they're doing this tribute, I haven't seen anything else apart from this, the '89 Batman, and they got a Poison Ivy back there. Which I'm not sure what the Poison Ivy's from, but they've got a Poison Ivy. But if you're going to do a Kenner tribute line, I would have liked to see them redo Bob the Goon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because obviously Toy Biz done the Bob the Goon figure. No, I've never seen anyone else do Bob the Goon. You know, no one else is ever going to do Bob the Goon because
No.
like he was only in the film because Nicholson wouldn't do the film unless his friend got a role in it. So he got Bob the Goon. But
it worked out.
I'd like to see him do that.
Yeah, he
but
deserving it.
but they're behind the Red Hood. Moving on, we've got Batman. But this is the Dick Grayson Batman.
Ah, that's why it's thinner.
Yes.
Yes, it is. I'm looking at design now. You're right. And the head sculpt
is
fucking hell.
from the Grant Morrison run.
Yeah.
From a few years ago when Bruce died and left. Like, there was no more Bruce Wayne for probably about a year, was it? I think, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, it was right.
We just had Dick and Damian as Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
It was actually quite a good read. It was quite an interesting dynamic between the two. Because we've always had a dark, brooding Batman and a kind of like fun Robin.
Yeah, and it was kind of switch up on it.
Reverse the roles. So
yeah,
it was quite interesting. But he looks quite good. He's got an unmasked head. He's got a cowl piece that you can slip over when you put the unmasked head on. But it looks like he's pulled the cowl back and it's just hanging behind him. So I think that's not a bad looking figure. Probably not one that I would pick up, but it's not a bad looking figure.
Depending on the price, maybe just for that slip over cowl piece.
Yeah,
might work on other Batmans.
So there's that. It's not a bad looking figure. You've got Katana there.
That's actually, I actually like the look of her.
I really like the look of this, and this is the one that I'm just looking at it and I'm like, that's not going to look that good when it releases.
Yeah.
Like, you've got a nice, and again, this is like going back to, was it the last video on the Mezco one when we were talking about the shininess of Legends?
Yeah.
If you look at this one, you've got kind of a satin finish to it. When that releases, that's going to be glossy as hell.
Yeah. You just tell.
But here with a dull satin coat, or even a matte coat, if you want to go completely, take the shine completely off.
Yeah.
That would probably look at, bring it back to looking like this.
Yeah, for sure.
Because obviously these get hand painted and just popped on the shelf. So they haven't got the cast in plastic shininess that you'll get when it releases.
No.
But it's a nice looking figure. As long as they can make the white clean on the mask, get that white mask looking clean, I think that could be quite a nice looking figure. And then the one
is that KG Beast?
Really tempted is KG Beast.
Yeah, KG Beast.
This looks like from the All-Star Batman line run of comics from, I think it was a couple of years ago now. What's his name? Snyder. Scott Snyder.
Scott Snyder, yeah.
Done a run after he finished up with the main Batman run with Capullo, which like the new 52 run, which is probably my favourite Batman run in a long time. I think that was a really good run. But he moved on to All-Star Batman and had John Romita Jr. do the art for the first arc, and had KGB. This looks very much based on that design. Like the art style's kind of got a Romita style to it. But I think we're not going to get a KG Beast from when McFarlane take over. I can't see a KG Beast coming for quite a while. So this could be a cheeky little buy. I think it's quite a cool looking figure. And the Connect and Collect, which annoys me because all I want to say is Bath. Is Killer Croc.
Killer Croc, and they've gone with the classic multiverse articulation.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very much. It's got like a King Shark vibe to it from that one they did.
Yeah, 100%. The top half looks pretty decent.
Yeah. You come down to the bottom, you've got those old school DC UC hip joints.
Yeah.
With the cutout for the hips and whatnot. But if you need a Killer Croc, which most of us do, because there hasn't really been a good Killer Croc figure.
No.
as yet. This is probably as good as you're going to get for a good couple of years until McFarlane get around to doing a Killer Croc.
If that's got waist swivel, which I can't tell from the picture if it has or not, and I doubt it does. You can see people taking the legs of a Marvel Legends Hulk, like with torn up shredded trousers, and then just swapping the feet over just to give it a better articulation on the legs.
I think it has got waist swivel. By the look of it, like the belt looks slightly uneven.
Yeah.
So I would assume it's got waist swivel, like.
Mm.
So that could be a good little custom there.
Yeah.
As long as you can do a feet transfer.
Yeah, if you can do that, then touch up, obviously, match the tones on the legs. I think it's the new Wolverine and Hulk wave that's got those shredded trouser legs, if I'm not mistaken.
It does.
Yeah. So if you can little bit of modification on the pegs, and if the feet you can do a swap with, then you could probably get yourself decent legs.
If you could get away with the knees not being great, you could even keep the lower legs, because I know that new Hulk, the torn trouser bit on the calf is a separate piece.
Ah, okay.
So if you could mate these big with the Hulk knee, the Hulk thighs, and slip the piece over, you could try and work around that. But just as a whole, if you could just swap the feet and repaint the legs, you'll lose the texture, but you'll get the effect.
Yeah.
So that could work. But I think the big reveal, which they revealed all this on the Friday, and there was one figure under a little bit of cloth, and we all knew what it was because we've seen this listing for the last 2 months. I think we've seen this listing.
Yep.
Alfred.
Oh yes, this is a must buy.
Yeah.
And
must
none
buy.
of us knew what we were getting. We assumed it would just be a comic book Alfred.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. But they kind of threw a curveball there, because you got your comic book Alfred, but you got your 89 Batman Alfred.
Yes.
You've got your 66 Batman Alfred, and you've got the Outsider.
Yeah.
Which no one expected. And I've had to explain to a good 5 people so far who he is, because it's just that obscure of a story.
Yeah.
But it's cool. Like
you get the tray, the glass, the mask on the tray.
Yeah. They've gone all out with this one. Like they know this is one that we've been waiting for.
Oh yes.
And again, I'm getting this no matter what. I don't care if it comes out looking like a fucking turd. I'm getting this. I need an Alfred. I'll repaint it. I don't care. But
it's an interchangeable Alfred. You can have him in any kind of setup you want. It's the great thing about it.
When Mezco dropped their 89 Batman, you've got your Alfred.
I'm sorting that tape out straight away. Yeah.
Touchwood dropped their 66 Batman, you've got your Alfred.
Yeah.
You've got your Sovereign Knight, you've got your Ascending Knight.
And you've got your animated. You got your animated series as well, by the looks of things. Oh no, it's different. It kind of looks animated series. The head that's on him right now.
Yeah, that's just the comic version, basically.
Comic version.
So you can interchange that a little bit with, kind of anything you want to put that with.
Yeah.
Apart from maybe like a film series one, but you've got a couple of film series ones there already. Face it, they've already done a Michael Caine Alfred. If you get hold of that figure and just pop the head off, it will probably go on this. I can imagine the ball joints are going to be the same. So if you've got that figure, the body wasn't that great.
Yeah.
This will work for that. So
and the
5 Alfreds.
Yeah, the 89 Alfred. I forget the actor's name.
Michael Goff.
I'll rest in peace. That head sculpt is fantastic.
It is, isn't it?
Even on the 66, it's fantastic. They've nailed his look. Just that. Perfect.
So, again, I think I'm gonna. If it comes out looking like this, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Because all I'm gonna have to do is hit it with a dull coat just to kill that sheen. And basically, what I would hit the whole thing with a dull coat and then gloss the eyes.
Yeah.
Just to keep that kind of the lifelike slight gloss to the eyes.
Yeah.
And that would be my perfect Alfred. I would never need another Alfred.
Nah. This is it. It's just one and done. They've made sure of that.
It's quality,
Right.
isn't it?
Mezco might release one at some point, but
If they've done the Gordon, then yeah, I reckon they'll do it eventually.
they may do an Alfred at some point. But if I had this and it looks like that, it wouldn't be an essential. Because this will go with a hell of a lot more than that.
Yeah.
What? Put it this way: if Mezco do one, like with the Gordon, and it obviously came with the bat signal, if Mezco do an Alfred, it needs to come with a fucking gigantic bat computer.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it would need to come with to justify the purchase.
Yeah.
With all the lights and bells and whistles. Thank you, Mezco. I'll take one.
Yes. That I would buy because I skipped on the Gordon.
Same here.
I would if it came with a bat computer, I will buy an Alfred.
Easily.
Yeah,
Easily
definitely.
done. You know you're going to have to make the ultimate Batcave diorama for it.
Pop the Alfred in a drawer. Keep using this Alfred. But I think this is just a great looking figure.
Yeah,
I think most of their reveals, the Red Hood looks alright, KG Beast looks alright, Katana looks alright. You know, they all look alright. This looks great. Like really, really good.
They pulled out the bag with this one, didn't they?
Yeah, for sure. It's like they're going out with this right here is their last hurrah. This is their crescendo.
Yeah.
Exactly. They've been holding on to this one and they're going out with a bang.
Yeah, definitely.
I wouldn't even care if it didn't come with any alternate hands. Just hold the tray. I don't care.
Yeah,
or maybe one that held a feather duster or something.
To be honest, I very much doubt it will. With what you've got there, like that is what you're getting in the pack. I can't see it coming with anything else. And I can't see them making a lot of money on this figure either. With the amount that they packed in, it's not going to be a big money maker for them. I think this is more of a we're going out in style as
For the
opposed to
fans.
we're going out making money.
Yeah. This is for the fans, isn't it?
Yeah. We've been waiting for it for years.
Yeah, people are going to want to try and cast that head or cast any of the heads. And,
I think all the heads will be getting casted like mad. And I also think the Michael Caine Alfred will be getting head cast like mad.
Oh, yeah.
But it might also mean that the price on that figure drops because trying to get hold of that figure at the minute is a nightmare.
Yeah.
For the price of it, whereas now that figure is going to be junk compared to this thing.
Yeah.
So well done.
I'm really glad they're doing this one. So that's not the biggest showing from them, but
no. Is there a release date on this?
I think October
this year. Okay, cool.
Don't quote me on that. Yeah, because they lose the license in December. Like January, McFarlane take over.
Okay.
Basically, which we'll cover briefly in another video with McFarlane. But this is basically all they're going to be doing now. I can't see they're going to have enough time to get another wave out.
No way.
Like possibly some sort of box set around NYCC maybe. But that'll be it.
Maybe.
The fact that they haven't shown off some of the figures that they showed off previously, like the Hawk Girl.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm sure they showed off another Green Lantern, I'm sure, at some point. Which we haven't seen yet, and we're not seeing it. So I don't think we're going to get any more. If they haven't shown them this year, this is literally all the DC stuff they had out with just this one shelf. So for that, I'm assuming we're not going to get any more. But going out with Alfred like this is the way to go out.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah, it is. And with that, that wraps up Mattel. So that is all we have from Mattel at this time. We will see if they come up with anything. I doubt it for NYCC, but for now, I'm going to leave you with the Alfred. All right, Uru. Okay, so moving on. Check us in the next video, and I think we're going to be tackling a big one. So stay tuned, and we'll see you soon.